Doug and PA back with another compilation from the trash fire we know as TikTok. This is going to be another compilation of women who regret their student loan debt. This is part 8. I'm going to keep making these as long as you guys keep watching them. And like I say on every single student loan debt video, guys, you got to avoid economically unattractive women. Okay? Women own 70% of the student loan debt. Guys, a woman's debt should be a disqualifier for consideration for serious relationship or marriage, guys. Don't marry a woman with a bunch of debt. Don't do it. So before we get into this compilation, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. It shows you support me and what I'm doing over here. In this first case, this girl is going to nursing school at this private college in California called West Coast University. She's getting her nursing degree. It's a private for-profit school, and I checked before I started this video, and a nursing degree there will cost you, if you start from freshman year and go all the way, it'll cost you $145,000 to get a Bachelor of Science in Nursing from West Coast University in California. It's crazy. So let's see what this girl has to say about her debt. Let's go.
Getting a lot of questions in regards to exactly how much I'm in debt from going to West Coast. My name is Victoria. I'm an aesthetic nurse injector here in Southern California. I did go to West Coast University and graduated back in 2021. $100,000 includes interest. It includes my federal loans and the private loans that I had to take out.
So she's $100,000 in student loan debt for a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, guys. $100,000. And she looks like what? In her mid-20s? Economically unattractive, guys. What are you supposed to do with this? And this is going to be a weight around her neck, because nurses, they make good money, but not a lot of money. Remember, guys, a lot of female dominated careers are front loaded on pay. So teachers, which is predominantly women, make more than the average person does out of college. Nurses do, but their income usually caps out at just below 100,000, maybe 80, 90,000, right around 35. And that's when male-dominated careers meet and surpass female-dominated careers. She's going to have this debt the rest of her life, guys.
I did receive a Cal grant, but it wasn't nearly enough to make much of a
and she said private loans and federal loans
dent in my tuition or anything. And there were 2 courses that I was required to take before my nursing core at West Coast University because it was West Coast University specific. So there was that. It is a lot of money and it's really depressing to think about. But at the end of the day, I'm really happy I have my nursing license. I'm always going to have financial stability in order to pay off those loans. And I have a career that I can basically go anywhere with.
That's the modern woman mindset. Okay, financial stability, what does that mean? You're going to have income, but you're going to have, is having a bunch of debt to get this income, financial stability. And you know what? Nursing used to be a nurturing, softer kind of industry, but in the last 20 years or 30 years, the amount of medical school spaces have not increased, so there haven't been enough doctors to meet the new demand. So there's more responsibilities placed on nurses. A lot of nurses are masculine. They work long hours. They get burned out. That's why and they don't make enough money for how much work they do, which is why you see all these signs. Oh, nurses are heroes. They have to give you praise because they're not paying you enough money. So is she getting financial stability? And she can work anywhere, but she's going to carry her debt along with her the whole time. Guys,
There are so many different avenues and routes you can take with a nursing degree. So don't let the tuition discourage you. Yes, there are many other options and routes that you can take in order to get your nursing license. That's a lot cheaper. So don't let that discourage you from.
Don't let that discourage you, guys. She's over $100,000 student loan debt for a nursing degree from a for-profit private college, but don't let that discourage you. And this is honestly what women are thinking when they go into these degree programs and sign these promissory notes to get into all this debt. We just saw it right here, guys. She's recommending women do the same thing she did. Guys, avoid getting in a bunch of debt. Avoid going to these private schools. Only get degrees in something that'll make you money, guys. Case number 2. Let's see what's going on with this woman. Uh-oh, red flags, big glasses, blue hair. Let's go.
Hey, good friends. Let's do some student loan math, okay? You ready? Go get your paper. Go get your pen. Get your other phone. Whatever it is that you're about to use, we're going to do these calculations. Now, back in 2005, I borrowed $26,000, baby.
And okay, let's try and guess what she got a degree in. Now I'm going to say my 6 and put in the comments what you think. I hope she says it, but if not, let's make a guess. I'm going to say my 6. Psychology, sociology, criminal justice, some kind of studies degree, so gender studies, African American studies, social work, and number 6, communications. I guarantee you she paid that amount of money for one of those degrees back in 2012.
And it paid for 4 years of school. So I borrowed once. It carried me through 4 years. All right. You got the principle? Cool. That's the principle. Now, over the years, I've been paying on this loan since 2012. For the last so many years, I've been paying consistently more than $400, or at least $400. Let's say I've been making those type of payments since 2019. So this year, I'm up to $786 and like change a month for just this one student loan. Now, if you had been making consistent payments for what basically amounts to 10 years, what do you owe on the loan? Well, here's what I can tell you. I owed what? I borrowed 26. I have made over $38,000 in payment. Now, in the comments, tell me how much I owe. I'll come back with a part 2.
There is no part 2 yet. I'll have to keep track of her TikTok account and see how much she actually owes. But guys, she probably went most of the time paying minimum payments, or maybe she stopped paying on them at all. Maybe she's paying $100 a month. I don't know. But 10 years, still not paid off, guys. Still not paid off. And I don't feel bad for these people at all. None. No sympathy here, guys. No way. Nope. Okay, so our last case today, we're going to see what's going on with this woman. Let's go.
I literally want to vomit right now. I'm having chest pain because I just paid $5,000 on my student loans, just like that. Anyway, so last time I did an Instagram Q&A, I got a ton of questions on loan refinancing and what that is. So I just wanted to hop on here and talk about it a little because I think it's one of those things a lot of people don't talk about, a lot of new grads don't know about, and it is super important and very helpful. So I graduated 3 years. I went to private school. I graduated with $150K in student loans.
$150,000, guys. Oh my goodness. What are you supposed to, I keep saying this in all my student loan debt videos. What are you supposed to do with this, guys? When you reach a certain age, I have to do some research, but for the sake of this exercise, I'll say 30. Most women you're going to meet are going to have more student loan debt than you. Are going to have more debt than you, guys. So you have to have these conversations. Don't get to know a girl, fall in love, and then find out how much debt she has and decide to try to make a life with her anyway, guys. Don't do it.
$120K in private, $30K in federal.
$120,000 in private loans, guys. Yikes.
And when I graduated, I had a disgustingly high interest rate. We're talking like 13-14%, which is
14% on student loans. That's why you don't get private loans, guys. She's cooked. Done.
very high, if you didn't know. I found out about loan refinancing, and basically I used the company SoFi. This is not a sponsorship or an ad or anything. I'm literally just telling you what I did. And with a super easy application process, I got down from like 14% to 4%.
14% to 4%. And so let me talk to you guys about this whole SoFi refinancing thing. Any student loan forgiveness or help is going to come from the federal government, and it has to be with federal loans. Now, most of hers was private already, so she moved from one private lender to another. But guys, if you have federal loans, watch out going through SoFi, because you will be it turns your public loans to private loans, and you won't get any kind of assistance or forgiveness from the government. So be careful.
Which in the long run saves a ton of money, like thousands of dollars. And I put myself on a 5-year repayment plan. I still live at home. I don't pay rent. So for that reason, I was able to be super aggressive about how much money I pay per month.
Okay, I gotta give her credit on that. She moved home. She probably has a full-time job. Who knows what in? But, she's putting all of her money towards paying off her student loan debt. Okay. Look at this.
Last year when I was working 3 jobs for a while, I was making extra payments as well. Kind of got lazy with the extra payments this year, especially since I was traveling a lot in the beginning of the year and I stopped working those 3 jobs. However, recently, between like my job, overtime, and some of the money I make with content creation, I was able to put a big chunk just now. That big chunk will get me down finally under the 40K mark, so I'm at about 38K left of my private loans. Refinancing, getting that interest rate down, and getting yourself on a payment plan is so easy, so helpful, and it'll save you thousands of dollars. And also, doesn't matter if you're not aggressive with it, if you refinance and get that interest rate down and you put yourself on a payment plan, that anxiety of just knowing like by this year, I'll be done.
Or you can go to a state school, or you can not sign for private loans with a high interest rate in the first place. Guys, don't ever get it twisted. You have to sign promissory notes to get this debt out. So for women to say, I didn't know what I was signing. Yes, you did. You signed on the dotted line. I think with these student loans, no one forces you to get these student loans, guys. And there are other ways to make money. That's why guys are not going to school anymore, because we are cost benefit calculators. And a lot of times the benefit of going to college is not worth the cost. And here's the thing. She's working 3 jobs, content creation. She has to be single, because how's she going to fit a man into her life? She's headed towards being early 30s. She's finally done with this and having to scramble to find a man. Watch.
Like that just like makes it so much better. You set up automatic payments and you just don't even have to worry about it. So once you graduate, once you get a job and you know what your like annual income will be, you can do a quick and easy application process. I'm sure there's a ton of companies. I just use SoFi. That's the one I used. And you can save yourself thousands of dollars and kind of just like limit your anxiety a little bit about how long it's going to take and the interest that you'll accrue and all of that. But yeah, the heart is racing right now because $5,000 is a lot of money. But I'll be done soon and then it'll be worth it.
And she did it to herself. Guys, no sympathy for these women. And you have to do your due diligence, because one of the modern women's pathologies and methodologies is to make their problems your problems, guys, including their debt, their kids, their mortgages, their past trauma, all that. Guys, don't do it. Avoid them like the plague. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you on the next one.